Okay, guys, and we back. This is Kal with another banger. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying. Today's video is Worldcoin, Sam Altman, and universal base income. How does that apply to you? Let's get straight into it. So, first thing we're going to talk about is Sam Altman. This guy is very important going forward in the future. You're going to see why. Sam Harris Altman is an American entrepreneur, investor, programmer. He was a co-founder of Loop and is the current CEO of OpenAI. That's right, the most advanced up to this point successful open chat GPT. He is the CEO of. He was also the president of Y Combinator and was briefly the CEO of Reddit. Now let's do it like this. It says Loop. In 2005, at the age of 19, Altman co-founded Loop, a local-based social networking mobile application. As CEO, Altman raised more than $30 million in venture capital for the company. However, Loop failed to gain traction with enough users. In March 2012, it was acquired by Green Dot Corp for $43.4 million. The following month, Altman co-founded Hadez Capital with his brother Jack Altman. Now let's get to the meat and potatoes. It says Y Combinator. Altman became a partner at Y Combinator in 2011 and initially working there on a part-time basis. In February 2014, Altman was named president of Y Combinator by its co-founder, Paul Graham. In 2014 blog post, Altman said that the total valuation of Y Combinator companies had surpassed $65 billion, including Airbnb, Dropbox, Zenefits, and Stripe. In 2016, September, Altman had announced his expanded role as president of YC Group, which included Y Combinator and other units. Altman said that he hoped to expand Y Combinator to fund 1,000 new companies per year. He also tried to expand the types of company funded by YC, especially the hard technology companies. In October 2015, Altman announced YC Combinator a $700 million, YC Continuing a $700 million equality fund, investing in YC companies as they matured. A week later, Altman had introduced Y Combinator Research, a nonprofit research lab, and donated $10 million to fund it. YC Research has thus far announced research on base income, the future of computing, education, and building new cities. Interesting enough, this company, Y Combinator or Accelerator, is extremely influential within the last 20 years. Let's go through some of the companies that they've funded and promoted and then built up. Airbnb, right? We all know about Airbnb. If you do any traveling across the nation, you probably stayed at an Airbnb here and there. DoorDash, you ever got hungry? Go to DoorDash. Dropbox. I know Dropbox to be a very popular application among college for professors giving student data to students and things of that nature. Stripe or Strip, I think. Ooh, I said that wrong. Sorry. The application in terms of money when you're attaching your little card thing to your Apple phone or therefore after. Coinbase. That's right. Coinbase is also connected to the digital currency group. Reddit, right? GitLab. Let's see if we have any more here that I'm aware of. The Athletic. Let's see, right? Now, what's so interesting about that is if you connect all the companies, this guy, Sam Altman, now is the CEO of OpenAI ChatGPT. And it was initially funded by Altman, Greg Brockman, right? Elon Musk, yeah, that's right. The same guy that now is on X, Neuralink, Starlink, and everything therefore after. Jessica Livingston, Peter Thiel, Microsoft, Amazon Webs, InfoSec, and YC Research. When OpenAI launched in 2015, it raised $1 billion. Altman testified before the United States Senate Jurisdiction Subcommittee on Privacy Technology and the Law on May 16, 2023. Now, he was also the CEO for Reddit for 8 days, right? And now, Altman co-founded Tools for Humanity in 2019, a company building a global iris, which is the thing in your eye, based on biometric system using cryptocurrency called Worldcoin. Worldcoin aims to provide a reliable way to authenticate humans online, to counter bots, fake virtual identifications, facilitated by artificial intelligence. So ironic because he owns an AI company and you're trying to build a software that might be able to identify fake identities by AI. You couldn't make this stuff up if you tried, people. Using a distribution mechanism for its cryptocurrency, similar to UBI, WorldCoin attempts to incentivize users to join its network by giving their iris scan by WorldCoin's orb-shaped iris scanner. Let's go a little bit deeper on what WorldCoin is and what it does. It says, what is the aim of WorldCoin? Navigating online world in 2023 can often feel like an endless obstacle course of lurking dangers. Many websites require a login and a password. Scammers have all types of strategies to get you to click on these links and send them your money. Bots run rampant on social media platforms. And with the rise of AI and our collective ability to discern who is human online and who isn't, it becomes much worse. Earlier this year, OpenAI ChatGPT-4 was even able to convince a human to solve a captcha, a technology designed to differentiate humans from a bot on its behalf. As a founder and the CEO of OpenAI, Chet Altman bears a responsibility for problems like this. Oh, does he? WorldCoin then serves as a potential solution, a way to definitely distinguish between humans and AI. If all humans online could prove that they were, in fact, humans, then scams and imposters would dramatically decrease, and the digital landscapes would become more accurate representations of our society. So, in order to prove that humans are human, WorldCoin scans the iris, which are unique to its owner. This technique is not unlike biometric scans conducted by Clear Apple's ID face. Once WorldCoin has received a unique iris scan, the project issues a digital identity called World ID. And the ID is not a user's biometric data itself, but an identifier created using a cryptographic method called zero technology proof. It says we're going to ask again of kind of what it is, right? So it says the world ID proves that someone is a person and not a bot or AI. There are three parts to this project: the unique digital identity to be used globally, a global currency, world coin tokens, and an app for payment, transfers, purchases using cryptocurrency or traditional assets, right? Now, it says to get WorldCoin, people need to scan their eyes through a spear-shaped device called the orb to ensure everyone is human and only signs up once. The unique identifier is taking center stage as AI continues to grow. Improving someone is a person versus a machine is a vital with the rise of artificial intelligence. Irises are distinct for each person, similar to fingerprints. The iris structure of this subject's eye is used by the orb to generate a special identifying code that serves as the person's unique identifier. The code is saved on WorldCoin's decentralized blockchain to prevent others from replicating the code. The scans are unanonymized so that cannot be traced to that person after the identifier is created. Now, we've read about the app part. It says, let's read it. We've read about the world identifier. Now let's read about the world app. The world app is a repository for your world ID. WorldCoin claims that the app preserves the user's privacy while also providing access to growing roster of decentralized financial applications. This application functions as a crypto wallet, but its primarily purpose is to store the user's credentials to verify them on any third party. Besides WorldCoin ID, the app can hold Bitcoin, Ethereum, and USDC. Now, once users create a World ID and download the World app, they can get access to World cryptocurrency token. World was issued to users who took part in the beta program. A large quantity of World was airdropped to users on Monday. This article was all the way back in, it says August 15th, 2023. All right. It says on Monday, as a part of the platform's official launch, cryptocurrency exchanges have listed World for trading, including Qcoin, Binance, the world's largest exchange by large. According to Worldcoin's white paper, total of 10 billion World will be issued over the course of 15 years. Currently, 143 million World are circulating as of the launch, official launch. Of this amount, 43 million were allocated to verified World app users and 100 million sent to market makers to facilitate trading. Now, interestingly enough, let's go at a mall. Seems like in a mall in an Indian country, forgive me, not trying to be racist or anything of nature. And as you can see, this is the iris. Or you scan your eye, you're going to go to this world coin table, and you scan your eye, right? In this orb, and from that orb, they identify you, give you a world ID. Here are some people in Kenya in a line signing up for WorldCoin. How interestingly enough, their beta program has started in impoverished third world countries, Africa, India, you know the rest. But look at all these melanated kings and goddesses, kings and queens, goddess and god, all lining up to be a part of the identification program. Interestingly enough, here is the introduction of WorldCoin saying this is the blockchain. This is again the orb. This is the somebody going. It says by hardware and orb. They scan your eye, where you go and scan your retina, of course. You become a registered in that fashion. All right. Now, what's so interesting is not necessarily that WorldCoin is taking off. It's more so kind of what are the positives and what are the negatives. Well, you know, if we talk about the negatives, we could be all day. But let's talk about some positives. Let's just kind of go through all together. Let's talk about WorldCoin's, you know, history and everything, therefore, after. And we'll get into universal base income. It says WorldCoin was founded by a trio of visionaries, Sam Altman, Mac Nostrov, Alex Blanca. Sam Altman, known as the co-founder of OpenAI, conceptualized the idea for WorldCoin back in 2019. Now, if you remember, they said they started this in 2015. So, which I'm willing to bet they started this in 2015 and have been in the works and the making with other companies and therefore are like after. He brought Max, a philosopher, Alex, a physicist, on board to turn the concept into reality. They established an American software company called Tools for Humanity in August 2019 to propel the project forward. Interestingly, the official website only lists Sam and Alex as co-founder. Max appears to have stepped away from the project in January 2021. How interesting. After Max's departure, Alex took over as CEO and became the face of the project. Sam Altman transitioned into the role of chairman, overseeing and approving Alex's actions. WorldCoin's core mission revolves around helping humanity adapt to the impact of AI. Sam believes that AI's rise could lead to a significant wealth concentration, necessarily universal base income founded by AI. I'm going to say it again. Necessarily universal base income. So, what does this mean to you? Ladies and gentlemen, gods and goddesses, this means that because of AI, they are going to use this as an excuse to give you universal base income because they say that artificial intelligence, robots, AGI, and organoid intelligence will be taking your jobs and facilitating the new world, and you will need to be funded by the government and the corporations as the likes of OpenChat GPT. To facilitate this, a global digital ID becomes essential to ensuring equitable distribution. Emergence from stealth mode and funding. At one point in time, WorldCoin was in a stealth mode, but it was blasted by a news reporter and they had to come out early. It says WorldCoin initially aimed to remain in stealth mode, but a Bloomberg journalist unveiled the project in June 2021. Subsequently, the project secured 25 million for crypto venture capitalists and officially emerged from stealth mode. Over time, it has raised an additional 215 million, bringing the total funding to a whopping 240 million. Last October, WorldCoin Foundation was incorporated in the Cayman Islands. Interesting. Noticeably, the foundation is memberless and governed by a three-person board, aligning with specific UN sustainable developments. Remember, if you remember from the old videos, sustainable development means smart grid, smart city, 15-minute cities. So, ladies and gentlemen, gods and goddesses, what he's saying is that this technology will be used to scan and keep track of the citizens in the new world. Introductory to World App and WorldCoin token. In March of this year, WorldCoin unveiled its digital ID solution, World ID, along a software developer kit for its utilization. The World App, a crypto wallet, was launched in May, followed by the introduction of WorldCoin token on Optimus layer 2 for Ethereum. It says the roles of orbs scanning and creating world IDs. The heart of WorldCoin's operation lies in a proprietary device called the orb. As you guys saw earlier, these orbs scan eyes individually to generate a world ID. The technology behind this orb is incredibly advanced, with a whopping 50 million invested in their development. Curiously, the orb manufacturing location remains undisclosed on WorldCoin website, though they reportedly made in Germany by company Tools for Humanity. Selecting and operating orbs. WorldCoin currently boasts of 360 active orbs, each operated by hand-picking orb operators. These operators are tasked with convincing individuals to undergo eye scans using the orbs. Interestingly, the operators receive compensation ranging from $1 to $5 for each person they persuade to use the orbs. Right? Now, we're going to talk about maybe some negative things going on with it. So, it's a closer look at the email. Well, no. It says uncertainty surrounding the technology at scale. WorldCoin begins to acknowledge that there are considerable uncertainties surrounding how their technology will function on a larger scale. The email raises the question of whether users worldwide will find the project and its world token truly useful. I know the government and the corporations will. A significant risk emerges here. As the project transitions to community management, there's a potential for mismanagement that might undermine the entire endeavor. Risk of failure based on token demand and profit. The email highlights a legitimate risk tied to incentive structure of world holders. With many users scanning their eyes solely for profit, if the profit doesn't materialize, interest could wane and holders may depart. Additionally, WorldCoin warned that failure to sell enough WorldCoin tokens to fund the ecosystem development could jeopardize the project's success. Let's get into this. It says regulatory and legal threats. The email underlines that regulatory changes and unforeseen enforcement actions could negatively impact world tokens. Such regulatory actions might involve data protection issues or designing world tokens as a regularized financial instrument. With ongoing investigations in Europe, the regulatory concerns have tangible implications, which means that as of now, based upon different countries, different jurisdictions, different laws, they are trying to find a way to make this legalized everywhere, but they're finding a little bit of trouble as of now. Geopolitics and jurisdiction risk. Certain jurisdictions like the European Union, China, Russia, Turkey have already introduced regulations that could affect blockchain networks, by extension, Worldcoin project. Geopolitical tensions and various legal landscapes introduce further risk. So, dependency on hardware and data privacy. WorldCoin admits that its heavy reliance on hardware device, the orb, for the project's success. The email points out that geopolitical tensions, supply chain distributions could hinder the production of the orbs. Moreover, data security breaches and unauthorized access could dispute the project's operations and potentially terminate. Now, here's the biggest problem. It says the question of decentralization. WorldCoin's claim of decentralization appear to be at odds with the control over key aspects of the project. The multi-sig control and centralized management of certain components rise valid concerns about the level of decentralization that WorldCoin truly offers. In conclusion, the email raises substantial concerns about WorldCoin's future trajectory, from limited adoption to regulatory handles, hardware discrepancies. These risks cast a shadow on the project's potential. Furthermore, the claims of decentralization seem to clash with the actual control the project maintains. Now, connecting with all of that, people, I bring that up to now talk about the next connection, right? As you saw, Sam Altman was saying how WorldCoin ID, the orb, and the wallet is going to connect to Sustainable Development UN proposals, which comes down to very early this year. Sam Altman had an idea for universal basic income, right? He says, once industry source, who remain anonymous due to the nature of the discussion, told CNBC that Altman envisions a world where he and his AI CEO peers become so immensely powerful that they run every non-AI company employing people out of business and every American worker to unemployment. So powerful that a percentage of OpenAI's income could bankroll UBI for every citizen in America. Ladies and gentlemen, gods and goddesses, angels and therefore after, what you are seeing is what I call a synchronicity or a connection. What are the odds that this guy, Sam Altman, is connected to Coinbase, DoorDash, Dropbox, Airbnb, all of a sudden creates a successful company backed by Elon Musk, Microsoft, and Amazon, OpenChatGPT, and now he's creating his own coin to create a proposal to one day be so powerful that its percentage of profits bankroll universal base income across the world. Pay attention, people, because when people tell you who they are, you better start to believe them. It says Altman will be able to get away with it, sources said, because politicians will be enticed by his immense tax revenue by the population that paying the voters' salaries, UBI, will give them. But this is an illusion. Sam is no different from any other capitalist trying to persuade the government to allow an oligarchy. It says Altman told Rutgers WorldCoin also can help address how the economy will be reshaped by generative AI. People will be supercharged by AI, which will have massive economic implications. One example Altman likes is UBI, Universal Basic Income, on a social benefits program usually ran by governments where every individual is enticed to payments. Because AI, this is Sam Altman's words, will do more and more of the work that people do now. Altman believes that UBI can help combat income inequality. Since only real people can use world IDs, it can be used to reduce fraud when deploying UBI. He says Altman said he thought a world with UBI would be very far in the future and did not have a clear idea of when the entity could dole out the money. But that Worldcoin lays the groundwork for it to become a reality. Now, I'm going to tell you what he doesn't have the balls, because he's a coward probably, to tell you. They're working on this now. And you would say, Kal-El, well, how do you know? Well, look at here. Fox News says basic income programs gaining momentum in cities. This is very fuzzy. Sorry for that. But just from what I could see, you have New York, Providence, New Jersey, Montgomery, Durham, Atlanta, New Orleans, San Antonio, Austin, San Diego, Los Angeles, San Francisco. And some of these I can't see because it's very unclear. I'm sorry about that. But it says universal base income pilot programs. Now, you just heard one of the most powerful men in technology connected to Elon Musk, Microsoft, and Amazon say that one day there could be a universal base income program, and he doesn't know when it's going to come, but it's already here, as you can see. Let's take a look at some places that is here. It says Palm Springs launches its universal base income program with monthly payments of $800. All right, let's look at some other places, as well as what I showed you. Universal base income program to give out cash in Mississippi. This was 4 years ago. Grosses proposes a basic income pilot and massive spending plans for LA. This was 2 years ago. This is them talking about it 10 months ago. Oakland launches the universal base program. This was 2 years ago. It says universal base income program could soon help 125 Detroit families. So, with all of that included, people, your point would be, well, how does this connect to crypto? Well, how do you think they're going to pay you? We don't use cash anymore. We don't use the barter system, as you can see from some of my earlier videos. They're talking about getting rid of debit and credit cards through the ISO 222 system. So that leaves only one option: CBDC, stable coins, Fed now, and a universal base income pilot. So after saying all of this, everyone, this is why it's important for you to understand what's going on in this world. As a famous, most known, powerful teacher once told me, you can't be so earthly, so spiritually high that you know no earthly good. If you are not aware of what's going on around you, you will be left. This is the matrix, and hopefully I can represent a messenger for the matrix to say that if you're hearing this, it's not by mistake. This is a synchronicity to get off of your buns and start to learn about what's going on around you in your world, because your life, your family, your well-being might count on it one day, and very soon. Things are moving quickly, people. There are fires all over across the United States. We don't know why. We just know it's happening. AI is taking over. Oh, and COVID EG5 is also starting to set on fire. Now, some of you may say, hey, you're creating fear. You're creating anxiety. And I'm rightfully so. It is time for the people to come out there specifically, but not only cater to the melanated man, the so-called Black indigenous man, to understand that they don't care if you know what's going on. They're going to do it regardless. And everybody ain't going to survive, including myself. Right? It's time to prepare however you see fit, whether it be gold and silver, joining a tribe like Brother Joseph tribes and countless other, understanding money, finances, land, sovereignty. It is time to put your mind into work because these people are not playing no games and they have a vision for your life. Now, by 2030, you will own nothing and you will be okay with it. And as I always say, the future isn't today or tomorrow, it's yesterday. And the choice is yours. Either you're going to be in front of it or you're going to be a victim from it. This is Kal-El signing out from my video, Worldcoin, Sam Altman, and Universal Base Income. Have a great night.